detrimental to my own what work, where I wanted to be in life. And then in the very first, I think hour or something, when Ashok was, going through a experiential sharing, and it just occurred to me that is this what I'm really struggling with it, or is it something else? So my underlying the whole premise of my uh, whole conversation about why I'm stuck and what I'm doing was like dismantled completely.
A lot of my habits or my inherent skills, which I believed were my positives, right? I realized over this last 2 days that they were actually hindering me in a lot of other ways. So it did help me understand, where I need to work further, how I need to develop myself further, my abilities further to actually achieve what I want to achieve.
Overall, I think 2 days was wonderful. Even though it was really paced to the extent that individually he was able to talk and relate to each one of them, I think it was wonderfully done. It was wonderfully done in the sense that he was able to cater to each one of our needs.
That I didn't know most about myself. How do I put forth things? So the 2 days helped me to open up new possibilities and the language that I'm supposed to use to showcase myself.
I can spot some blind spots, and which has been a hindrance for me. And even though it was little uncomfortable to know that I have, gone through my entire life without knowing it, but now knowing that, what am I going to do is kind of exciting and relieving. And I definitely thank Mr. Ashok because.
When I came here yesterday, I had two expectations. Me, from a professional standpoint, I'm an agile coach. I kind of coach companies and clients on how to create high performance team. That's a buzzword. And then personally, also, I wanted to understand where am I, because if I am going to be giving feedback to a lot of clients, then I need to be comfortable. I need to be confident. So what this course, what this 2 days has done is, it opened up. I'll use that word open up. It opened up into what are the areas that I need to improve on. Right? What are the areas that I need to focus on? And it also opened up a lot of doors on future possibilities. Right? Because the work I do, as I told, is very related to mind. It's all about people. Right? If you are in a perfect state of mind, that's when you will be able to coach others to get into a better state. Right? So this 2 days has opened up. Sometimes I opened up in terms of what my problems were, what my past were. So one of the fundamental things that I understood is forget about the past, live in the present, think about the future, be positive, and try to techniques and methodologies on how to get over it. Right? So now I've got an awareness. As Ashok mentioned, there is a certain amount of hunger that he's kindling on, right? And I'm looking forward to the other concepts like how Ayurveda works and all of that together. And overall, I think 2 days was wonderful. Even though it was really paced to the extent that individually he was able to talk and relate to each one of them, I think it was wonderfully done. It was wonderfully done in the sense that he was able to cater to each one of our needs. And that's really good. And I look forward to continuing this in another master session or another practice session. Thank you very much.
The learning was that I learned to explore myself, new possibilities, and then the language that I had to use to communicate to others was something new. And in terms of like the exploration part is that I didn't know most about myself. How do I put forth things? So the 2 days helped me to open up new possibilities and the language that I'm supposed to use to showcase myself. not calling myself a dyslexic and putting that in a very different term, putting my ability first and putting the difficulty part in a very subtle way or very positive manner. The example can be like, hey, you know what, can someone else take a turn to read? It's not that like I can't read, so you can read. So I can just give the opportunity to read to someone else and things like that. Is yeah, about it.
Hi, so I came here with the expectation of learning how to how to bring about a change in my life due to a lot of things that I was doing but not yielding the right results. Uh, the one peculiar concept that I actually picked up over here that Ashok spoke about was that when what you're doing is not yielding the results, do something else. Right? This is generally so often spoken about, but how conveniently we overlook these things. Right? Uh, a lot of my habits or my inherent skills, which I believed were my positives, right? I realized over this last 2 days that they were actually hindering me in a lot of other ways. So it did help me understand, where I need to work further, how I need to develop myself further, my abilities further to actually achieve what I want to achieve. Right now, instead of just doing what I have been doing, these skills will actually help me go further. And it's a journey. Definitely, this is not a one-time thing. 2 days is like I wouldn't even call it a tip of the iceberg. It's even smaller than that, right? So, going through this journey, I'm sure we'll pick up a lot of things. But the whole idea that touching each and every person individually, right? That the way these 2 days were designed, right? At no point did you feel out of connect. As a group, as an individual, I always felt that I was a part, whether we were discussing someone's problems or someone's challenges. I always felt that, I could relate to it. So that was the beauty of these 2 days. And I'm looking forward for these other levels.
So for me, I think the very first day when I came, I thought I had a set patterns and stuff which I needed to break and which was ruining my life in some way because I was detrimental to my own what work, where I wanted to be in life. And then in the very first, I think hour or something when Ashok was, going through a experiential sharing, and it just occurred to me that is this what I'm really struggling with it or is it something else? So my underlying the whole premise of my uh, whole conversation about why I'm stuck and what I'm doing was like dismantled completely. And so that gave me an access into actually getting into this program in a very different frame of mind. So when I thought in the morning when I reached, I thought, oh, I'm going to be very overwhelmed, I'm going to have a breakdown and all this stuff. But that nothing of that sort. I feel very empowered at the end of the 2 days that I have been. So I'm looking forward to taking on more things.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. So I come from Chennai and I had a lot of expectations and kind of nervous also because I know it's a very important training, but I had no clue because when they said like there are only 5 members, I was thinking I'll be, like a group of 20, I can sit back and watch and then probably attend a few more other trainings and learn about me. But this was a very unconventional method where it's a small group, but actually it was great that I was able to be a part of this group and actually spot myself in every individual, which I was not expecting, because I thought everyone is different and they are coming from different setups. So this training was, even though initially I was not able to think it will be like NLP, but I got the tools, and now it's my turn to work with the tools and then actually explain more about how it worked for me. But definitely, I can spot some blind spots, and which has been a hindrance for me. And even though it was little uncomfortable to know that I have, gone through my entire life without knowing it, but now knowing that, what am I going to do is kind of exciting and relieving. And I definitely thank Mr. Ashok, because it was given a very subtle way, and it was not too intense as I got a little scared. Like, it was not intense. At the same time, it was not like so relaxed. I'm able to sit like this. That's a great thing. I never sat like this so relaxed. So just for the learning purpose, I'm sitting and trying to see how it really feels in my body as a starting point to experience NLP within myself. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
You
Changes
say you
when
don't
we
talk.
On day one, she was always looking up.
Yes.
So
Now
now,
she is looking up the eyes and she's sitting
yes, so now she is modeled to Tasneem, so you have to thank her.
That does make a big difference.
I've never seen her also. Like, I always sit like this, and so I don't even go to watch her. Because I not because of the posture, but I thought I could not relate. But once I'm sitting, actually I'm very comfortably able to relate with her. So we all together went. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
And I believe everyone should definitely do this course, because anyone who believes that he's at the top of his game is actually not. Right? There's always scope for improvement, and the only way you'll improve is when you try out what is not working for you, find out what is not working for you, and you improvise on that. So for that, I think there's no better course than this, where you will actually get to look within you and around you at the same time. So
I think looking at us, we are such a different group of people, but we are able to relate to each story. Like, it's like, I am a business person, you from the corporate, stockbroker, teacher, trainer, and a student, somebody who's a rock climber. If we all can connect so well, I think anybody can do that.
absolutely.
It was a very interactive thing, and I like when you took everyone's experience and just juggled it between everyone else, and then you were actually comparing between a few incidents from different people also, and it was very experiential. We felt it being organic. Something I felt that it's a very cool methodology to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't feel like a training or a method at all. It just like kind of flowed from us, and it was just happened. It seems like that.
It's probably because of the small group. There is only 5 members here. We were able to individually connect with each other. I think that methodology is core, right? If you have 10 or 15 people, I've been in several courses. What happens is, day one, in fact, I myself do that as an agile coach. We start with the slide and all of that. Everybody will be saying, okay, what is this guy trying to do? First question that everybody asks is, what is in it for me? Right? Whereas this one, since it's a small group, you start off with each person, what is in it for you? Right? And then from a student standpoint, they were always looking at, what is it in for me? I think he's responding to my request, which now makes a little bit of sense. And as I told earlier, you're opening up and then trying to guide through the structure.
Yes.
Which is a good thing, which is really very, very good. And you saw end of it all, right? All of us opened up. On day one, I think probably myself and he were the only people who really spoke. But other than it, everybody had spoken a little bit. Now, at the end of the day, you see everybody freely speak up.
Yes.
That is a success.
The individual approach that you have, it's not about the each person getting the benefit out of your training is more important, I feel, instead of you completing a curriculum
Correct.
or a module or something.
Correct.
So you gave that time to each one when it was required and when we were ready to share.
Yes.
You didn't, push us into sharing till we were ready. So that made a lot of difference.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
also the setting, the way it was conducted, it was not like a classroom or that presentation room setting. It was a very casual, comfortable setting where we were all sitting as a group and not, open to the entire setting was such that we were open to each other throughout. And all six of us, including Ashok, we were all open to each other. Right? That actually, I believe, helped in a great way to establish the kind of synergies that we had of sharing and all.
In fact, we've seen some of the videos and others. I've seen people like seated on the floor, upside
Yes.
down. And all
Yes.
that. I'm like,
Yes.
what is happening here? What is happening? But after coming here, that's where be comfortable in whatever position you are, right? Whatever opens you up
that,
is what.
that actually was one of the deciding factors why I was like completely sold that I'm coming here, no matter what. I was ready to it. Because if I personally believe that the kind of learning that you can take when you are relaxed, right? You cannot have it when you are sitting in that uptight position. That doesn't allow you to learn that much. So you have to be mentally relaxed and comfortable to absorb as much as possible. So I think this works wonderfully.
The first thing, the day when the course started, I believe everybody will accept that I did not give much of the information in the website about the course, and I was wondering actually, is it a good strategy or like I don't think all people might like it, but today I will say it actually kept the hunger till the last session and the enthusiasm to learn and change within ourselves. That is a key thing. And if it would have been a conventional method, probably we would have checked the syllabus or what we would have expected and come, just to review about that. So, and I want to thank the food. Actually, it was, it gave us a good, feeling that we didn't, miss out our home. And especially the setup was a creative way of seeing, we can learn what we want in any place. And if we don't have a preconceived notion about how it has to be, and that is that is a good takeaway from me, from this course also.
The last 2 days was actually rejuvenating for me to figure out how I am as a person, and not only that, but also to understand what are the aspects that I have to look for to understand people better, because more often than not, you're stuck in your own dogmas and mindsets to infer what other people are thinking, why they behave the way they do, and those preconceived notions. So this probably helps me understand people better.
I think the same is true for me, because this program really helped. First, I was a bit skeptical about what's going to happen in the 2 days and what is this whole NLP all about. But the application and then that followed the concept. That style actually helped for me. Because otherwise, whenever I go for any training, there is a set agenda or a set outcome and my mind is conditioned. But this one is more like a discovery rather than...
More discovery, more discussions.
More discussions and more awareness, I would say.
Very real to your everyday life, for example.
Right? I think it was a great experience.
Absolutely.
I would agree with what he said. It was very freshening. Like, you feel very light. And I wouldn't go any deep into it. I feel like a lot of burden has, gone away from me. Just by accepting that, let others be what they are and let me be what I am. I think, it helps. You might come for the, some other session also maybe.
Yeah, same here.
Absolutely.
Same here.
It's good to be with peaceful, happy people.
And of course, the surrounding, the venue.
Yeah.
The venue, doesn't seem like Bangalore.
And also the food was amazing.
Yes, of course.
And of course, I made some good friends, new friends, I would
Totally,
say.
likewise.
They have pretty much told everything. There's nothing new to say. But I think from after today, I will be, I'll think twice before judging somebody, or even thinking why this person is this way, because I know this is how we think, or this is what his thought process is. And yeah, the best thing about the course is the venue, as everybody told. It's like a completely secluded place in such a busy city.
Yeah.
And it's so peaceful, and some good homemade food actually.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it was really nice. 2 days. I'm a Chennite basically. I came to Bangalore for this course, so it was like a break for me, and it was really nice. So yeah, that's it. I think I hope I can make it for another session. See, if you're having problems with adjusting to the society, you get frustrated for with the people around you or your living lifestyle, I think you should come to NLP, and you should learn how the society functions, why it is happening like this. So it is the same way for any disease. You know why, what is the cause of the disease, then only you treat it. So once you know why the society behaves this way, you'll be able to live here in a better way. So if you're feeling all frustrated and worked out about living in a city or in a busy schedule, I think NLP you should make time for NLP.
I think anybody who's an adult probably needs NLP. Who's have faced any issue in life whatsoever. It's not only meant for people with issues or problems. It's for anyone in any profession to understand oneself better, and of course to understand other people, either in your relation, your environment, your organization. It'll probably help everyone.
I used to think that NLP is meant only for psychologists, but coming to this workshop, I realized that it's actually for everybody, and Arvind sir is great. So thank you so much. Ashok sir. So I think Ashok has a very unique way of facilitating the course, because through the storytelling, through making very real life examples, and making the participants very comfortable, I didn't feel that I was actually in a training. For these 2 days, I lost sense of time because I was so involved in it, and this rarely happens. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, so for Mr. Ashok, definitely, I think the icebreaker, starting from the icebreaker itself, the tone was set. It was my kind of lifestyle, my kind of training, because at least I could relate to the flow, the not so strict agenda of the program. But in spite of all that, covering all aspects, which will in the end very beneficial to all of us, that helped me.
Ashok is a very happy-go-lucky man, so always happy, always smiling. So it has some effect on the other person also.
Contagious.
Like, it's, like you say, enthusiasm and happiness is contagious.
Since I get to speak the last, almost everything is done. But yeah, the one thing I would say differently is the analogies he gave. I mean, for example, if you guys remember the archer
example.
story yesterday, I was mind blown after he told that. I mean, just after that thing, after that one story, there was a big clarity in my vision and stuff. So he gives a really good analogies and stuff. He's really good at it. He's got good knowledge about different stories in let it be myths or in by philosophers or everything.
Absolutely.
So he's got good knowledge about. He knows the stuff what he's talking about. So yeah, he's the go-to man for NLP.
Awesome.
The way Ashok handles the questions and the entire flow of the program is very experiential.
I'm feeling that I have to start. I mean, it's like I'm coming from college again and I have to start my life again.
At the end of 2 days, that I wish I could have been here much longer, because we've just scratched the surface, and NLP has brought a lot of learning to my own self.
And Ashok has a very calming energy that I think just added icing to the cake.
The way Ashok sir conducts his trainings is where he comes from a very non-judgmental space, and the humor and the stories which he puts in, the way he flows through it to the topic is like, it's very different than what other trainings I've attended.
The 2 days experience of attending this program was great. The way Ashok handles the questions and the entire flow of the program is very experiential, and I'm looking forward for a longer duration course.
Yeah, gratitude to Mr. Ashok. उन्होंने बहुत he explained nicely. I'm feeling that I have to start. I mean, it's like I'm coming from college again and I have to start my life again. This is the feeling I am having. I have to do a lot of work on the theories and the practical examples and the tools he has given to me. I will just conclude in one line that I mean, we just started and we will start. We have to again refresh everything.
Okay, I came here with a very open mind, not knowing what to expect. And I really wish at the end of 2 days that I wish I could have been here much, much longer because we've just scratched the surface. And NLP has brought a lot of learning to my own self. I hope the journey continues.
What did I feel? To begin with, I feel that the space and the setup for the workshop was really welcoming and comforting, and it allowed me to be myself. With regards to the content of the workshop, I feel that I got, as I had shared it during my reflection sessions within the 2 days also, that it gave me a framework to go back and check where I am on my patterns and where I was on the patterns. Of course, I also look forward to, like everyone else, for a longer duration. And going forward, I would like this group to also support me by nudging once in a while, asking once in a while where I am, whether I'm using those tools that have been shared with us in the last 2 days. So I look forward to that. Yeah. Of course, I hope if it was longer, we could have also taken stories and experiences of each person. So 2 days, I think we did, and we created whatever best we done. And Ashok has a very, very calming energy that I think just added icing to the cake.
Great, thank you.
This is my second workshop with Ashok sir. First was a 5 days and then it happened 2 days. What is the difference between 2 and 5 days? 2 days gave me a revision, but also the way Ashok sir conducts his trainings is where he comes from a very non-judgmental space. And the humor and the stories which he puts in, the way he flows through it to the topic is like it's very different than what other trainings I've attended. So for 2 days it was like brush up and another food I've got for next few days to work on myself. So that I really enjoyed in
And Ashok has created a momentum, and probably this is a turning point because I spent much more than years of service, so it's a turning point for me. Okay.
In these 2 days, is that it's a new way of seeing things. The way I have been seeing things was just it's very narrow way. And now I think that there are many ways to see things.
This space is really awesome. It is not eco-friendly home. This is for many friendly to our home, like that. It is. I felt like that. Ashok, I am not at all think about Ashok and you are a new person to that. I am not feel like that because otherwise I can't able to open. But I felt you are also my first time I'm seeing only I felt that you're also my part of my family like that.
So, I have been attending training sessions, such programs last so many years. And this is one training session which is unique in every respect. So we had least number of participants, and that too in between two powerful ladies and powerless men. Then the train was so engrossed with each and every activity, was so involved in each and every activity. And what we learned is we have been taught to be a certain way of learning. Now this is unlearning here. But there is a learning even when we are unsystematic. Okay, so the way you develop the life in a systematic way, at some point of time that is going to give you some problem. So you need to be highly flexible, to highly adaptable to the changing world. You also need to create some sort of a difficulty, some chaos in the system. Then only the learning will happen. And Ashok has created a momentum, and probably this is a turning point, because I spent much more than years of service, so this is a turning point for me. Okay, and the environment is so excellent, and the host is too good. This is what my personal feeling. And the two fellow participants, highly interesting.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, so for me, I think so many things I'm still processing, and they're very subtle. What I am taking in these 2 days is that it's a new way of seeing things. The way I have been seeing things was just it's very narrow way. And now I think that there are many ways to see things, and there is awareness that I label a lot on whatever I do. I quickly tag things, so it's there that I should not be that. I should not be in a hurry to do that, and see things from others, other points also. Then what I like about the training is that it is very unstructured, so it has a lot of space for us to open up about so many ideas. And I wrote so many things in the questionnaire, but when I'm actually experiencing this thing, I think my needs are a little different than what I wrote. So in that way, it is very things are coming
Actually,
into my awareness.
some more things opened up when you interacted.
They were hidden somewhere, and now it is getting.
So this has given an opportunity for you to open up things which were hidden, even you were not able to express while writing. Is it like that?
Yeah, that's it. Okay. See, I learned these 2 days. It's really good for me before I'm going to the next chapter like that. Because here, what I did before in my life, and what I will do like that, I learn. So compared to that, others, how I will be think about me. First preference is me, like that I have to think now only. So this is very help to me to improve myself first. And this space is really awesome. It is not eco-friendly home. This is for many friendly to our home, like that it is. I felt like that. Ashok, I am not at all think about Ashok and you are a new person to that. I am not feel like that, because otherwise I can't able to open. But I felt you are also my first time I'm seeing only I felt that you're also my part of my family like that. So I open up everything to told you everything. So it's like of you also feel like that you will do this, you will do this. You also suggest to me you can do this like that. Today morning you have to tell this time you can do, you can come out this way. So it's helped me how to come because no one helped me how to come out. They will tell come out, come out, come out. But how to come out, nobody has teach me or told to me. So really thank you to you and thanks to Ashok.
And big thank to Ashok and big thank to Sarulata and family for hosting us
For
and
really
taking care
good
of us.
food for that tasty food
Correct.
we had.
And Ashok for listening to all our crap.
We are so grateful for that. This is a big one.
He was highly told of listening to all our crap.
Really, lot of courage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, boss. Thank you so much.
Through the journey, interacting with all these people and with Ashok Ma'am, one thing that I've realized is that probably the issue is not the way I'm treating different people, it is the way I'm treating myself. Not feeling very fulfilled or content with who I am. And that is making me feel a search or a longing to have someone else to complete me. So this is something that I would like to work on. More than trying to address a different problem, I think by being more content with myself, being more happy with myself, and accepting me for who I am is going to help me much more in different relationships scenarios. So I guess right now my goal would be to, next month I'm planning to travel across India. So my first objective would be to give myself the space to understand and accept myself for who I am happily. And when I feel content, I'm sure. See, one of the things that I was saying that I admire about other people is the way they are feeling assured about themselves. If I'm able to admire such a quality in others, I'm sure if I have that quality, others will also admire it. And that would make me feel more secure. So, like I said, in the next month or so, by traveling around, I would like to explore and understand myself better, feel more content and happy about myself, and I believe that would reflect in achieving my goals. So, this is good. The training always has been with Ashok Ma'am. It is experiential. It is not a set of principles or set of tools that you use or try to fix on certain problems, try to identify them. The training is more about the experience, talking about it, and learning from each other's experiences and exploring and untying what is already inside. It is not about learning different tools. And I have seen in the past that it has worked very well, which is why I came back first. And again, the training is something that I've been recommending people to attend, and I've also been coming back simply because I'm learning through the experience, and that is what life is all about, I believe. So learning through different experiences, and this is a scenario where you get a closed set of highly encouraging and receptive people to open up without inhibition and learn about yourself. So this is something I value a lot, and I would highly recommend that anybody who has time for themselves should take this. The venue is very refreshing, very helpful. I mean, I didn't think that such a locality would be available inside of Bangalore. First of all, very peaceful, very quiet, very down to earth and close to nature, in the middle of a city, and very, very receptive and loving hosts. That is that. I mean, my breakfast was here. She shared her own breakfast. Very helpful, very thoughtful in every little thing. So the venue is perfect for this kind of a setting. I love the venue and the people as well. So thank you so much for helping me and be part of this training program itself in every way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Shirisha. I came here for self-esteem class to boost my self-esteem. Always I'll be having fear. Grades, studies, about my marks. Maybe my marks will be getting less. Till today, my marks were related to me. Means if I used to get marks, I used to feel happy. If I used to get low marks, I used to feel sad. Today, I want to cut the connection of marks with me. Means today, I should feel happy if I get good marks or low marks. I should not feel depressed. So I came today. I'll be feeling afraid of falling down always in grades, in everything. I believe that raindrops are the greatest things in this world created by God because they won't be afraid of falling down. Before this also I attended few workshops in Hyderabad. I attended one. I attended the workshop in a closed room with air condition, everything provided. I attended it, but there is no effect on me. Means everything is in closed room. Means he will come like a teacher. He will say about memory, tension, everything. This workshop is somewhat different from that workshop what I have till now. Here interaction is nice. It's good.
First of all, I should thank Ashok sir. This is not the first time I am meeting Ashok sir, this second time. And it is a refreshing experience. And this workshop is about self-esteem. And he has given good inputs about how to improve our self-esteem and how our self-esteem is affected, how that patterns are formed in us from early childhood and how it affects our day-to-day life. And he also made us to realize how we should overcome this problem of self-esteem and improving our self-esteem. And once again, I thank Ashok sir, and this venue Vriksha venue is also very good and excellent. I could say excellent, and this environment also is very good. Thanks.
First of all, I would like to thank Ashok sir to inviting me in this forum. I've seen very good participants, a lot of interactive sessions, and also the environment and the place, which has been was so amazing. What I've seen is about self-esteem, which has reminded me a lot of things and about what I've reflected on myself, what I thought on myself. It has given me a glimpse of how to look at myself, how to keep myself happy, and how to maintain it, and how to create that environment within myself, so which could boost the self-esteem on myself. So I'm very thankful to Ashok sir, and also the auntie was very welcoming and caring. So I'd like to thank them as well. It's a good experience for me and a lot of learning. So I need to wait and watch to know how I want to implement